right, so today we're talking about the E-Flite F-16, or really any EDF capable, and doing high alpha Harrier passes. A lot of videos out there that guys have of them doing these passes, and we just thought it'd be a good idea to have a shot of the radio in there too. So the first step is getting into the pass. I like to do it, the easiest way is in your turn, so we actually have no wind right now, but if we cut our throttle in our turn, and we just keep pulling more elevator as we come around, you'll notice the nose gets high. I'm way out here. We just keep adding elevator until we're all the way back. And then we slowly adjust the throttle to make adjustments to altitude. Of course, if it starts falling at the ground, you get a little more aggressive with it, like that. In our first, we'll keep going here. In my first video on the review of this plane, I was very jerky on the throttle, and I've learned over time, and it kind of is common sense, we don't have airflow over our tail surfaces like we would with a prop plane, so you got to be a little smoother with the ducted fan. Using mostly rudder to steer around, but a little aileron to keep it banked the way we want it. And once you're comfortable, you just bring it lower and lower. You can see it's very stable. The AS3X does a really good job with it. You can actually almost turn around within the width of the runway if you got enough speed. I got a little slow there. So that is the high alpha Harrier passes. So let's go over another way to get into it. This is a great display of the performance of the plane. So from full throttle straight, pull full elevator, and then cut the throttle about halfway up. When it comes out, let it come around to stall, start adding throttle, and now you're in the Harrier. So let's try that again. We're gonna do it a little earlier so we can come out and go by us in the Harrier. How much time do we have left here? We're good. Okay. So this time we're gonna do it over the threshold of the runway, so when we come out of the loop, we can come by. So full throttle. When we get to the threshold, we're gonna pull full elevator, cut the throttle. As it comes down here, keep in the elevator. When the nose gets high, start adding your throttle. Fly the Harrier on by. Good example of the total performance of this plane. Another tip, guys, is as you get it lower, as you're practicing over the runway, you can always practice with the gear down too. Extend our gear. The drag doesn't really hurt you here. But the nice thing here is if you accidentally let it fall too fast and make contact with the runway, you won't do as much damage to your plane. You'll still hit the sub fins towards the tail there because you're at such a high angle, but it won't be as bad. There you go. That is the high alpha Harrier pass with the EDF F-16 by E-Flite. And we'll go ahead and come around and land her. Another fun trick here is getting it in the Harrier. Gear up. Putting the gear down last minute.